Have you ever judged someone just by looking at them? Maybe by the clothes they wore or the car they drove? Today, I'm going to share a story about an old carpenter that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about first impressions. It's a story about gold, dust, and the surprising truth that lies beneath the surface. In a quiet town on the edge of a river, there lived an old carpenter named Mr. Samuel Reed. He was known for two things: his incredible skill with wood and his belief that everyone deserved a chance. He often said, "Every piece of wood has potential. You just have to shape it the right way." One day, Mr. Reed decided to open a free carpentry workshop for anyone who wanted to learn. Word spread quickly. Soon, people from all backgrounds showed up. Some were rich kids from the city, driving shiny cars and carrying brand-new toolboxes. Others were poor, wearing old clothes, their hands rough from years of hard labor. On the first day, one of the wealthy students, Ethan, looked around and whispered to his friend, "Why is he teaching them? This place is full of gold and dust mixed together." Mr. Reed overheard him, and with a gentle smile he replied calmly, "That's right. But whether a piece of wood is fine or rough, only when the work is done will we see which one truly shines." Days turned into weeks. Inside that small workshop, the sound of hammers and saws filled the air. Some students worked hard, applying every lesson with care. Others complained about the splinters and the long hours. A few even gave up halfway, saying the work was just too tough for them. But in the far corner of the room sat Jack, a quiet young man from a poor family. He didn't have expensive tools or fancy clothes, just an old worn-out carving knife and an ocean of determination in his eyes. Every single day, Jack stayed long after class had ended. He would meticulously fix his mistakes, sanding rough edges and carving delicate details late into the night. He rarely spoke, but his focus was unbreakable, his hands always steady. Mr. Reed noticed everything. He didn't say much to Jack, but every evening he would quietly watch the young man work under the single, flickering light of the workshop, a knowing look on his face. A full year passed. The day of the final exhibition arrived. The workshop was filled with anticipation. The wealthy students proudly displayed their polished furniture, glossy tables with intricate legs, decorative chairs with shiny finishes, all gleaming in the sunlight. The crowd clapped and cheered, impressed by the flashy displays. Then Jack walked up slowly, carrying his final piece, a simple wooden chair. It had no gold paint, no fancy patterns. It was just pure, honest woodwork, with clean lines, a smooth texture, and what looked like perfect balance. The room fell silent. Even Ethan, the rich student who had scoffed on the first day, stared in disbelief. Every curve on the chair was precise. Every joint fit together so perfectly it looked seamless. There wasn't a single crack, not a single flaw. It was a masterpiece of simplicity and skill. Mr. Reed walked over to the chair, gently running his hand over its smooth surface. He turned to the crowd and said softly, "See? Among gold and dust, only those who endure the fire and the carving become true gold." From that day on, Jack became one of the most respected carpenters in the entire region. Even those who once laughed at his worn clothes and simple tools came to him, humbly asking for his advice and guidance. Mr. Reed gathered all his students one last time and shared his final lesson. "People," he said, "are just like pieces of wood. Some look polished and perfect on the outside but are hollow within. Others might seem rough and ordinary, but deep inside, they hold the purest gold. So the next time you meet someone, take a moment. Don't rush to judge them by what you see on the surface. Life is full of gold and dust, and sometimes the brightest, most valuable gold hides beneath the roughest exterior." Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories that inspire. See you next time.